I think that if you got like some kid from like 1652 France and like he spoke English or whatever, and you were like, okay, now I'm going to go do something. Can you sit still in this room and relax for like 30 minutes? They could do that and it would be fine because their brain is used to that because they had much, much less stimulation back then. Vaush, China will force children in elementary classrooms to sit still for hours, and if they move, they'll get punished harshly, and it's horrible. Yeah, I think that's child abuse. I think that's terrible. Vaush, peasant boy from the 16th century could stay still. Also, Vaush, children shouldn't stay still. That's child abuse. Foxwell, you're getting one chance. Say psych. Like, that was a pretty dumbass argument where you're tenuously trying to connect two things that have no relationship. Say psych. It's your only hope. You're really, really reaching there, man. I'm waiting. I don't see a psych. Oh, man, I don't see a psych at all. I think they were being real. Oof. Well, you know what that means, folks. I'll hop to my alt. See ya. Are you so much of a problem chatter that you already have a prepared alt on the fucking proprietary website of a single streamer? What are you up to, man? Like, IP ban him? There we go. Really, that was kind of harsh. No, it's not. If a person says something stupid and you're like, hey, do you want to get banned? And their response is, all right, jumping to my alt, then they should be permanently banned from every, like, they should never come back, ever. We're talking about, like, the worst humans alive. You need to understand that. Anyone with that reflexive response should be locked up in real life. Terrible vibes. Wretched vibes. Could you explain a little more? Their argument makes sense to me. Mr. Goodsock, say psych right now. Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Their argument was incoherent. I think forcing children to sit still, like, and punishing them if they move is child abuse. What does that have to do with a hypothetical where I say that a 16th century kid would be capable of sitting still? There's no relation between these factors. It's a desperate, flaccid effort to be contrarian with no, like, meat to it, you know? You see a lot of that in chat. Anytime you talk about anything that involves, like, a critique of social policy or, like, social standards, people who have never thought about it before get mindlessly defensive, and they start employing, like, defensive strategies that don't have much to do with what you said. It's DGG brain. No, it's not DGG brain, actually. It's a general, like, human tendency. People get really defensive. This is one of the reasons why a bunch of people will get really defensive about spanking, because their parents spanked them, and they don't want to believe their parents abused them, you know? Because spanking is just flatly the wrong thing to do. It is abuse to a child. It's also, let's be fair here, really common abuse. I think I got spanked like twice when I was a kid, so it wasn't exactly a habit. But I think those 2 times were bad. There's just no reason to do it, you know? I'm not going to defend it. Intellectually, it's like, okay, well, you know, my parents aren't perfect people, whatever. That's life. But you shouldn't defend it. But a lot of people will be like, you know, oh, my parents whooped my ass, so it couldn't have been bad because I turned out all right. And then they'll fucking run to the races for it. They'll start defending it really aggressively. They'll get really defensive. So children should be able to sit still, but it shouldn't be expected of them. Mr. Goodsocks, I think that children should be able to sit still and, like, not have a super, super, super short attention span, but I don't think they should be locked in a building for 8 hours a day where they're regimentedly expected to be completely still regardless of, like, their feelings on the matter or whatever. We're also talking about kids of different ages. I would never ask a 6-year-old to sit still for, like, an hour. That'd be crazy. But schools ask them to do that, you know? But nowadays, you motherfuckers are 19 and you can't sit still. I'm 30 and I can't sit still. This isn't just a kid thing, man. I didn't grow out of being attention deficit. I kept being attention deficit. And it is good to have a long attention span, right? It's just generally beneficial. It's good.